Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so today before you leave. And make sure to thumbs up the video if you do like what you see. And to share on all your social media networks that you happen to be on at this time. Welcome back. Hello. I'm back in front of the camera. As you guys can see, the webcam is back working, so everything is all smooth and good. So, feeling pretty good about that. All right, back in front of the camera. All right, so let's hop right into our video for today. So, I'm sure you guys have heard this particular case has been in the news for the past few days. This is a very tragic story. The shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery. He was killed while jogging in the park. This actually happened February 23rd of this year, but it took a total of 2 months before like we found out or before anything was really done with the case. So in Georgia, they have different laws than we do, like, here in Chicago where I'm at, or maybe from where you're from. Laws are a little bit different. So they have a private citizen, I'm sorry, private citizens can make arrests when they have a stand your ground law as well. Similar to Florida, remember the Trayvon Martin case with the stand your ground law and everything with George Zimmerman and, all that, hullabaloo, that kind of, got crazy with the whole stand your ground law. So, yeah. So, his killers, Travis McMichael, 34. He was the shooter. And then his father, Greg McMichael, he's a former Glenn County police officer and prosecutorial investigator. So right now, both of them are being held without bond. Thank God they're being held without bond, and they've been charged with aggravated assault. Now there was a third man who was actually filming the whole thing on his phone. He goes by the name Roddy. I forget what his first and last name is, but I know he goes by the name Roddy. So he actually filmed the whole thing. Now they were on the View, not the shooters, but his Arbery's mom and lawyer. They were on the View this morning. I watched it, and the lawyer was saying, if you listen closely to the video, as they approached Arbery and they got closer to him, it sounded like the guy who was shooting the film. You could hear like a gun click, like a gun cock, like he's getting ready to pull the trigger. So it is possible that he may have participated in the shooting as well, unfortunately. We definitely want to send our condolences out to his mom and his entire family. I mean, it's unimaginable, what they're going through right now with just having to, make funeral arrangements and just, just feeling the heaviness in their heart and feeling that loss. Especially as a mom, you have to imagine what she's going through right now, and then losing her son to such tragic circumstances. I mean, that's, hell for any parent to go through. So it took 2 months for anything to happen. Now, the lawyer mentioned this morning too that all the prosecutors, the lawyers, everybody, the police, they already had this video. The video that everybody saw, that we saw, they already had everything. They had the video already, but for some reason they like chose not to act upon it. Like they didn't want to go and pick the guys up or do any searching for them or nothing like that. But they had this evidence already. Everybody already had everything, but it took the video going public, in order for them to really make a move. So thank God for things going viral. So basically, I mean, now I watched like clips of the video from what they're showing in the news, but I didn't really, get into it and watch the video because I mean it's pretty graphic. The violence on it is very pervasive. So I didn't really watch the entire video. I didn't really want to watch the entire video. I mean, it's pretty horrific. You watching this man be gunned down. Basically, it's an innocent man who's minding his own business. He's just jogging. He's exercising, doing his thing. In his own world, and then to be just encroached upon, by evil. Like, are you serious? It's a modern day lynching. But yeah, so they just kind of followed him, and and he realized he was being followed by them. He was trying to get away from them, and then they kind of banked him in, so that he couldn't really get away from them. So, and it was all over. They were thinking that he was some sort of suspect of a burglary. They were thinking that this guy had robbed someone in the area. And then there's like other footage of a young man going into like this vacant sort of property. It's a property that's under construction, and I believe it is Arbery. They were saying it was him, but the owners of that property didn't really care that he had come up on the property. I mean, he didn't take anything; it was no big deal. And they were saying a lot of people come up on the property, especially joggers and runners in the area. They come up on that particular property; it's under construction. They probably just go there to like take a look around, kind of see what's going on, or to take a break from running or whatever it is. And it was no big deal. So, for them to in the end, whether or not they thought he was, a suspect of a crime, them approaching him, really, not their place. Seriously, not their place, to be approaching him. I mean, the fact that they have this sort of law, you know, the stand your ground law, or where citizens can make an arrest, a private I don't think they call it a private arrest or an arrest. I guess they call it a citizen's arrest. It's just, I mean, it's like crazy. I feel like normal citizens, shouldn't have that much power. I think these states, and you mostly see it in like the southern states. You don't see that. And not to throw too much shade at the southern states, but you don't see that in the Midwestern states and, our other states. You only see that in the South and the southern states, and they wonder why they have the issues they have. I wish they would stop. Like, stop giving your citizens all these power, because that's where all the guns are, is like in the southern states, where they have they have the big, they shotguns, and because they have hunting and different things they do down there. We can't really hunt in the Midwest, and it's different here. So it's just crazy. Like, there's nothing wrong with having your gun. You can have your gun. You can have your right, to bear arms, but not to shoot another human being because you feel like they might possibly be a part of a burglary in the area. If you think they might be a part of a burglary in the area or what have you, you need to pick up your phone and dial 3 numbers, 911. Okay? That's all you need to do. You don't need to roll up on them. You don't need to say anything to them. Talk about, I'm making a citizen's arrest. I'm standing my ground. This is what I'm doing. It's like, who are you? And then that could get very dangerous. Suppose they have a weapon. Now you're at a standoff here. You don't know what could happen. So, I mean, I just think I think people are not thinking clearly. I think they need to kind of do away with some of those laws. Um, just wanted to give you like other facts of the case here.